provides us with purpose. And all of that is good. All of that is good. We're all part of something so much greater than we are. We know that. Ernest Holmes says it. There is something greater than we are, and we can use it, and it uses us. I always like to add that. Arthur Chang added that on years ago, and I just love that. It also uses us. And we have all been brought, we're all here on this planet now, to live out our reason for being here. And in our teaching, we are here to express God. We are in the business of expressing God uniquely, each in our own way. Dr. Peggy Bassett used to say, we are in the express business, expressing God. When we really know that we are part of the holo movement, the all that is, the wholeness that is always changing and mutating, anything and everything becomes our teacher. That's from Anonymous. It was on my Women Who Do Too Much calendar the other day, and I really thought, wow, that fits with what I'm saying. When we really know that we are part of the holo movement, the all that is, the wholeness that is always changing and mutating, anything and everything becomes our teacher. We always have the opportunity to learn. We always have the opportunity to grow and expand and become more. And our presence here matters. Our choice to live as the way of God or to be in the way of God matters. Do we embrace uncertainty? That's difficult to do, but we must embrace uncertainty because it's been with us forever. Since we took our first breath, we've been living with uncertainty, and that is why it is so important to eat dessert first. Because life is uncertain, right? Get that. Creme brulee now, man. The universe also is a hologram. And each of us is a tiny particle in it. Each of us is part of that. And our choices are what can make a difference in the overall progression of life. When we are open to all that the universe has for us to learn, when we keep our hearts and minds open to the goodness of God, and we share that goodness, then we are contributing to the greater progress of the planet. Each of us, sand on the mountain, rain on the fountain. Such a beautiful image, sugar and milk. We are contributing to that greater progress. And when we live as though all of life is sacred, which we teach, we too are also part of that sacredness, and as such, we can revere that sacredness and that namesake in all others as well. To see the stranger as sacred also. To see the stranger as the angel also. All human history, Willa Cather said this, and this one gave me some food for thought. All human history is a record of an emigration, an exodus from barbarism to civilization. From the very outset of this pilgrimage of humanity, superstition and investigation have been contending for mastery. Since investigation first led man forth on what the great search for truth, which has prompted all of his progress, superstition, the stem pharaoh of his former bondage, has followed him, retarding every step of advancement. So every time that we get into inquiry, investigation, reaching out, expanding our horizons, stretching, sometimes what happens? Doubt, fear, superstition gets in there, right? And we feel like we're in a push me, pull you way of being. Does that make sense to you? And this is what humanity has been doing forever. Now, I was going to tell you, we went in on the metro to LA. We rode the train in. We were all in the same train, headed in the same direction, and we were facing the same direction. Ironically, when we got on the train to go home, we were in seats where we were riding backwards. And I thought, oh, that's just such a riot. And what a good image. Because at the same time, we still ended up at home, safe. But the idea of that constant flow, ebb and flow. I mean, everything in life is like that. Expand, contract. But the real gift, the real challenge is to keep progressing, to keep moving forward, inch by inch, What was that John Denver song? Inch by inch, row by row. We move forward slowly, and sometimes it looks like everything's just gone to hell in a handbasket, but it hasn't. We're still progressing, because also in that process, we are learning. We are learning, and we are growing. So, in spite of where was I? Oh yeah, here. I'm sorry, I almost lost my notes. So we can be receptive to change and uncertainty. And we can affirm that nothing is against us, and no one has power over us. No one has power. We are the ones. God has the power. We have our God power within us, and therefore no one can have power over us. We are the ones who choose what we think. We're the ones who choose our attitude. We're the ones who choose where we shall go and what we shall do each and every day. So we claim within ourselves a willingness to walk on the edge, to step into greater possibilities for humankind. And we can find our own unique way to add that sugar in the milk, or honey in the tea, if you will. We can find that and serve as a way of God in a world that is calling out for more love, more kindness, and more compassion. I love this quote from Ernest Holmes, and today it's also with our affirmation. It says, "The person who can throw himself with complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward." I've often used that talking about prosperity, but it fits here too. That we have to let go of the moorings. We have to just move into that sea of receptivity. We need to be open to what the possibilities are. We need to really be living this teaching that we believe, that we are expressions of God, that we are all one, that we are all whole and perfect and complete, no matter who we are, that we are loved by the divine, the beloved of the beloved, because that is what will carry us forward. And in spite of appearances to the contrary, I have lived long enough to know that whenever the people of this country have been faced with serious problems, we have made great discoveries about ourselves. And love does win. And we are the ones who can prove that to be true. There are two seasons taking place besides winter right now. One is the season for nonviolence, which is where we practice the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Jesus, and several others as well. The practice of ahimsa is part of that, nonviolence, do no harm. And Ernest Holmes again called for standing for something and against nothing. For something and against nothing. How about standing for peace and compassion? It's also the season of Lent. It's a time when many give up something. And if you like, you can give up chocolate. But what if instead you gave up suspicion or pessimism or blame or judgment? What if you gave that up? What if instead you took on being the way of God in your life every day? What if we each looked for ways to be sugar in the milk? And if we did that with just those of us in this room here today, I know we would make an impact on the world. Just us, just like that butterfly effect. So one day at a time, we can all get on the same train and head in the same direction, in a direction of a world that works for everyone, and see what happens. Thank you for having me here today. So let's just take a moment to go within. We open ourselves, our hearts, our minds to the way of God, to the way of peace, of harmony, of love, of wholeness, of compassion, the way of welcoming with open hearts and minds the apparent other. We open to the way of being more expansive, more inquisitive, more loving in all that we do. We use these words of our affirmation to say, today I cut loose all the apparent moorings and dive deep. With courage and trust, I